Well, I first started carving about 10 years ago when I gave up watching television and playing video games. At the time, I was playing a video game where I had to craft items, and then I'd sell those items to other people inside the game to get virtual money to buy more items and so forth. And I thought at one point I had this aha moment, like, what am I doing? I should be actually taking real items, crafting them, and selling them for real money instead. And so I quit watching television and playing video games and chose to pick up a hobby instead. Every wood that I carving is unique. Each type of wood has different thicknesses, different hardness levels. One of the hardest ones I carve in is hickory. It also happens to be one of the most common walking sticks I sell. The other carvings I do is in hawthorn. It's a beautiful yellow walking stick, and it has a sweet smell to it. The one that I think smells the best next to cedar would probably have to be sassafras. Sassafras, they make root beer out of it. It just has a wonderful smell when you're carving. I don't mind walking into the house a little dusty, but my wife probably does, because I enjoy that smell of the wood. I've been walking with the same walking stick for 16 years now, since I was 16 years old. And that walking stick has a wood spirit on it that the guy that showed me some techniques in carvings, an old family friend, had given to me when I was 16. It's in walnut. Walnut's a beautiful walking stick. The wood spirit walking stick is the most common carving. It goes back hundreds of years. It's something that people are very familiar with as far as a classic walking stick carving. And so the ones that I do have a kind of a whimsical hair. It kind of spirals around. I try to make sure there's really good detail around the nose and around the mouth. Just that little extra feature. I try to make all the hairs a little bit darker so they stand out to give that defining look. And I appreciate the feedback I get from customers when they say, I can tell that you put a lot of detail into this walking stick. Another one that I do a lot of is the grizzly bear. And so the bear, I try to make it look kind of more like a Yogi the Bear, kind of a cartoonish character version of a bear. So it's friendly, enjoyable to take along on the trails with you. What I really like about carving pipes as opposed to the walking sticks is each wood is even more different. It seems like each one has its own characteristics, all the grain that comes out in the briar. And with my new product line, Egesdal pipes, I only use briar when I'm making the pipes. One I'm working on right now is going to be more like a bark look to it, which is going to be kind of unique as well. My goal with Egesdal pipes is to make a pipe that's not like all the other ones. It's just a little bit different. It has a characteristic. Each one's unique. It's not going to be like an assembly line production. One of the things I really appreciate about being able to do wood carving is I can just sit down here and unwind after a long day of work and or being outdoors, being able to have all these windows around me, see the nature. I appreciate being able to listen to sermons while I do my wood carvings, because it's where I find a lot of my spiritual growth, is listening to some of the old preachers like Charles Spurgeon and Tozer, and listening to Paul Washer lately. And I really enjoy hearing sermons that make me think and reflect on life and the busyness of it, and on how I can better be a better husband and better father for my kids.